My name is Hector Morales. I'm the pastor of community outreach here at Emmanuel Faith, and part of my responsibility is to help people understand how they can share their faith and as well do some of the good deeds in serving God out in the community. Just like every family, we have a story, and part of my spiritual journey, my story of my family coming to faith is my Uncle Pedro Torres came to know Jesus out at the Anchor, which was then the Oceanside Servicemen's Center. In the late 50s, as a young 21-year-old Marine, he was stationed at Camp Pendleton, stumbled into the Oceanside Servicemen's Center, and a gentleman by the name of Howard Carey shared Jesus with him. That was the beginning of my family coming to Jesus. He shared the gospel with 3 of his brothers, his mom as well. One of those brothers happens to be my grandfather. They all relocated out here to Del Diaz area, and shortly thereafter began in the ministry of Emmanuel Faith as well, as it was then called Iglesia Latina Emmanuel. When my family was involved at Iglesia Latina Emmanuel, they used to meet right here on Emmanuel Faith's campus. Out at the end of the children's wing, one of those buildings was dedicated to Iglesia Latina Emmanuel. And as a result, I got to grow up and being part of our Polywogs class, Caterpillars class, and I'm still reminded by one of my heroes of the faith, Sue Davis, who was my teacher in 2s and 3s. As she says, taught me everything I needed to know. Back in 1984, Emmanuel Faith and Iglesia Latina thought it was the best thing is to help Iglesia Latina get their own property on their campus on 5th and Calmia. And as a result, we here at Emmanuel Faith thought it was an opportunity for us to do another church plant. Actually, I think it was Emmanuel Faith's first church plant that we ever did. I prefer services in English, so my family made just the extra sacrifice. My dad and my mom would drive us over here to be part of the high school youth group. When they my parents let out their adult Sunday school class at Iglesia Latina, which is just about 1.5 miles away. They would come over and pick up my brother and I, and we would attend Spanish services over at Iglesia Latina with my family. But that was a great time for me to grow in my spiritual faith. Those foundations was built in our children's ministry right here at Emmanuel Faith. And it's one of the reasons why I'm really excited that now, many years later, we are going to start a Spanish language service here at Emmanuel Faith. Because the Hispanic family, one of the great things that I have learned, been a part of my life, is that one of our biggest values is family. Now that we see that we're going to start a Spanish language service, the Hispanic family can start coming to church together. There are some that prefer services in Spanish, some that prefer services in English, and now they'll be able to come to church together. And those who have not yet made a decision for Christ, they're going to be invited to come here and participate and hopefully be encouraged to not only find Jesus, but as well follow Jesus.